Hello everyone, it's June 28th. All right, we have a hard problem with 46% acceptance rate. Damn, looks colorful. Shortest path to get all the keys. You're given n by n grid. Dot is an empty cell. Hash is a wall, and at is a starting point. Lowercase letters represent keys. Uppercase letters represent locks. You start at the starting point, and one move consists of walking one space in one of the four cardinal directions. You cannot walk outside the grid or walk into a wall. If you walk over a key, you can pick it up, and you cannot walk over a lock unless you have its corresponding key. Now, this is interesting. For some 1 to 6, the k value, there is exactly one lowercase and then one uppercase letter of the first k letters of the English alphabet. So there are only at most 6 locks and 6 keys. It means there's exactly one key for each lock and one lock for each key, and also that the letters used to represent the keys and letters are chosen in the same order. Okay, turn the lowest number of moves to acquire all keys. If it's not possible, turn -1. 30. Damn, it's only 30. Gosh. Can we brute force this thing? Because it's only 30. Well, I mean, how many different paths can you do? Well, let's see this one. The goal is to obtain all the keys, not to open all the locks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Gotcha. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gotcha. Can go. Okay. What do you think? For direction, usually this type of problem can be solved by BFS, right? So if we go with BFS, from each one we try to go all directions, and if we hit a key, we grab it, right? But how do we know how many keys there are? Well, we can go through everything to grab all the keys, to know which keys that we have. No, like to know how many keys there are. Because as we go, we won't know. And BFS is, we want to. But if we do BFS at every step, we try all the possibilities, right? And do we go back? We don't go back, right? Because if we go back, that basically means you have to repeat what you just did. And then what is the difficulty in this if we can just BFS this thing? I don't know. We BFS and we make sure we don't go back. So we have a visited, okay? And we have keys, right? So we grab the key, or, I mean, what we can do is to, no, it's 30 by 30. Oh, actually, I'm not sure. 30 by 30 is 900. Do you want to go through everything and just know how many keys do we have? Or do you want to just wait? And it says it's in order, so maybe what we do is just go through everything, right? And then we record the step that we captured each key, and then just return the maximum of that. That we can do. Other than that, I don't know. What are the other things that might involved? I really don't know. Because we want a first, right? We want a first. So basically just first to reach all the cells. Let's try. If we just think about like this, the first to reach all the cells, and then we just need to add a bunch of checks, since it's not very straightforward. Okay, so BFS. So we have a Q. You don't even know where the starting point is. Dear Lord. Now, if that's the case, why don't we just go through everything so you know how many keys there are? Okay, I'll go through everything. I will go through everything. No problem. I'll go through everything, and we need to find where the starting point is. And we all count all the keys. Okay, we count all the keys so we know how many keys there are. So every time we find a key, we minus it. We find a key, we minus it. Let's try that. Okay, for j in range n. So when I say start, actually we can just keys, total keys, num keys is equal to 0. I don't know how many there are, right? And what we're gonna do is if grid ij is equal to a at, then q dot append ij, right? Else elif ord grid ij is smaller than, is that 65? Larger than 65. Because 65 is the uppercase, right? 65 is uppercase, so it's larger or equal to 97. Okay, so it's larger or equal to 97, then that is a key. Then we say num keys plus equal to 1. We go through all this, we have our Q, we have our starting point, and we have the total number of keys. Now we just say while Q, okay, temp equals this, and we need a steps. Okay, then we say for ij in Q. Oh, I need also visited. It's gonna be a set. And what else do you need? Keys is gonna equal to a set. All right. So what do? We will go to the next one, which means for didj in 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, minus 1, minus 1, 0, right? So in all these directions, ni and j equals I plus di, j plus dj. No problem in that. And then we say if 0 smaller equal to ni smaller than m, 0 smaller equal to nj smaller to n, and it's not a wall, okay? And grid ij, ni and j is not a wall. What is a wall? So it's not equal to, hold on, ASCII table. What is this? Okay, this is 35, and I have the larger than 97. I don't think there will be any confusion. So if it's not that, that means we can go, but then we need to see if it's a log. Then we say if again this is Oh, what about a dot? What about a dot? I think dot is 46, so that's safe. Oh, that's safe. So we say if this, that means a key, right? If it's a key, then we grab it, right? Then we grab it. And is not in visited. If this is not this, and ning is not in visited. Okay, so if it's larger than this, then we say keys plus equal 1. Or do you want to do it here? That's a good question. Which one do you want to do? I actually want to do it here. We can say if this is larger or equal to 7, right? If it's larger equal to 7, that means our current one is a key. Then we count keys, and then we say if keys is equal to num keys, that means we captured all the keys. Then we can return steps. Do we need to return? Because initially is 0, right? And we're done with this, we move on to the next one. So that's step 1. And if it's good, that should just return steps, right? Okay, so we return steps. If not, then it's not. Then we don't have to worry about the keys. We just need to worry about if it's a lock. So it's 65 all the way to, because it says it won't be more than 6, right? So 65 plus 6 is 71. Actually 70, because 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, that's 6. So if this, that means we have a lock. Then we need to know whether this lock has been captured before. How do we know? Well, actually, if this, else we have to do keys.add grid ij, right? We have to add it. Means we capture the key. So we need to know, we can say if this is a lock, okay, and if it's a lock, and the lower grid ij, was it lower? Right, it's lower, right? Gosh. Nope. Oh my god. A da lower. Da lower. My bad. Da lower. Alright. If this and the key is in keys, is not in keys. If and this is and not in keys. Okay, then we simply continue, which means this cell we cannot visit, at least not at the moment, right? We cannot visit. Otherwise, if it's not a lock, or it's a lock and then we have the key, then we can say visited.add ning. Oh, for first thing, these are ning, right? We add that. And we will put temp, okay, dot append ning. Does that make sense? Yeah, so we check if it's good. If it's good, then we do all that. Go 4 directions, put all of them in. And once we're done, we say q equals temp and steps plus equal 1. And if nothing, then we return -1. Okay, let's give this a shot. Eight, 6, -1. All right, let's see how this one goes. Shortest path. Oh God. My bad. Sorry. I forgot what keys is. Ooh, that was bad. That was so bad. What the hell? I add. Hold on. Well, let's first take a look. See what's num keys. Num keys 2, that's correct. And then we go through, let's see what type of ij do we get every single time. We get 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2. Let's do ij and then keys. I got A, but I never got B. That's interesting. 0, 2, hold on. 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2. How do we go back to 0, 0? Dang, that does not make any sense. Because the visited. Dude, visited. You have to put 0, 0 in it. 0, 0 is being visited. Okay, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3. Okay, 0, 4. And 1, 3. Okay. 2, 3. 2, 3 is here. 2, 2. 2, 1. 2, 0. Yeah, we go to 2, 0. Oh, shall do this one first. Alright, my bad. I changed some stuff and I forgot. Have to reverse it. Add the keys first. You wanna go? Yeah, let's just go. My. I knew it. It's not gonna be that simple. Wait, hold on. How many did we do? 15. Alright, I hope it's just oversight. That should be 3. It shall be 3. I hope it's just an oversight. Okay, let's draw this. Come on. Come on. Let's draw this out. Okay, what do we have? We have a... Holy crap, that's a single one. Alright, so we have B, A, at, and B. Should be 1, 2, 3. How did I come up with... See, I'm interested. Let's see. What do we get? We start from 0, 1, 2, 3. 3, 0. 2, 0. 3, 0. How'd you go back to... Oh my goodness. My God. You are as dumb as it can be. Why are you so dumb, man? It's Q. Lord. I do not know what to say. I do not know what to say. Sometimes you're so thick. You know, like that book. Like a book. Like a dictionary, you know? So thick. Alright, let's try this one. Alright, now we have interesting. Okay, so this, I hope, is a different reason for wrong. The previous error was just stupid. This one might not. Expected 10. Ooh, interesting. We only get 6. See, now we're happening. Now we're going. Now that's why it's a difficult question, because the easy solution might not work. Or maybe I made another silly mistake. Who knows? Let's take a look. So what do we have? We have 3 and... Okay, so we have 1, 2. We have an at, an empty, empty, 3 empty. Okay, at, empty, 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 a. Empty, this is a wall, 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 a. B, empty, B, C, C. So it shall be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh. Oh. Now we know why. Now we know why. You are allowed to go back. Yeah. You're allowed to go back. So you cannot just allow anybody to go anywhere. I guess not. I guess, well, what if we don't do this visited? What's gonna happen? If we don't do visited, okay, we don't do visited. Let me just copy this. Okay, and then I'm gonna paste it, but we don't do visited. What's gonna happen? It's still not good. I don't know why. I even do visited. Wait, hold on. I didn't do visited. How? I get B, and I get A. I even get C. 2, 4. What the hell? Q. Steps. Keys. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 steps. No. 1, 2, 3 steps. 1, I get B. That's bonkers. 3 steps to get B. 1. Should be 2. Yeah, this is a 2 step. I got 0, 1. I got 2, 0, right? 2 steps to get this. And then I got B. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How did that even? That doesn't make any sense. Let's keep track. Go back to 0, 2. I'm at 2, 0. Okay. Oh, I'm at 2, 0, but the next one is starting from here. That's why. The same, because I start from here. I go. And I hit this. Right? And then this cannot go, but something else can continue to go. So basically they're going at the same time. 1, 2, 1, 2. Right? and then 3, 4, 5, 6. I gotcha. I see how this one happens. I see how this one happens. Oh. Well, that changes everything. That changes a lot of things. Maybe you have to get path. It should be the first path that contains everything. So we don't do visited, but maybe we have to do a path. Not a path, but a path should be you're in the queue. Okay? So queue should append this, and a path. Not really a path. A set. A set. Put in there. So keys is not here anymore. So temp. So this is keys. If this keys I'll add. If keys equal to this, return this. For blah, and then blah, and then blah. Then I'm gonna append keys. This one, right? This one's still not right. I add the keys because that's the same keys. Hold on. So we have the keys, right? So when we come out, this is the current key. And then if so every time we do, we should get a new key. So we do a new set. We do a new set. Yeah. Let's try this one. But this one now I'm starting to getting a little bit worried. This might time out. But 30, I don't know. I may go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and the things can get huge. It'll become memory. Yeah, we're just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So that apparently also does not work. Yeah. If you have the same key, then you don't visit again. Yeah, if you have the same key, then you don't visit again. So we do have visited. Okay. Oh, that's what we can do. That's what we can do. I know. Bit manipulation. I have the total number of keys. Yes. We need to know at this point how many keys have we got. So instead of doing a set, this shall be 0. Because at this point we have 0 keys. Okay, we have 0 keys. And we do have visited. Visited is still there, baby. And keys, we can do keys, right? So if this is larger or equal to 97, then we shall end state gonna be 1 left shift num keys minus 1. That is the end state. And instead of add, we can say keys or equal to 1 left shift this. Yeah, I think I can do this. Minus 97. Okay, so that's how many we need to left shift. Then we just say if keys is equal to and key state, we're done. Otherwise, blah blah, and nij keys, right? This is the current keys, the current state, not in visited. If it's not in visited, then we do if this and there's the lower. Yeah, we have to do a little bit about this. So we need to do ord this minus 97, okay, and then 1 left shift this, using that to and keys. If not, right, that means we don't have this key, then we continue. Otherwise, we'll do keys, perfect, and visited dot add nij keys, blah blah blah. Then we can try. These are still correct, and I'm pretty sure this one will be right. This one will be right. Yep. -1. Oh, you cannot get F. Yeah, it is -1. Yep. So what should I say? Just be careful. All right, that's all you need to do. Just be careful. It's not really that hard. It's okay, it is a hard one, but not really like hard. It's kind of lower level hard. BFS is the way. So first of all, when the direction to go is all 4 directions, right? All 4 directions, and the goal is to find the shortest path in a grid. BFS is usually the way to go. Usually the preferred, right, method. Now this problem has a special this problem requires one to carry the state of the keys currently obtained at each node, right? Visiting a cell, right, at each cell. Visiting a cell does not preclude this cell from being visited again. But if we revisit a cell with the same number of keys, that is a repeated visit and shall not happen. Therefore, the state we have to keep in the visited set is the cell itself and the state of the keys currently obtained. Now, since the number of keys is at most 6. We can use a bit to represent what keys have been captured. The rest is just BFS. O, M, N, right? We have M, N, and if we're talking about total number of states, and that will be 2 to the 6, right? That's the total number of states times M times N. Other than that, I mean, you can say times 4, because every time you have to do 4, so we can put a 4 here, but that's okay, it doesn't really matter. And we got it. All right, let's just check the solution, see if that's exactly what we do. BFS, exactly. Blah, 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 how to update. How can we represent each key holding state? Exactly, this is how we do it, using bits. Yeah, that would be easy. Key are... Oh, yeah, it's the same, right? We do this same... Oh, look at that. We don't have to go lower. Exactly, we don't have to go lower. Yeah, we can do that. OR of this and... No, we do need OR. OR of this minus 65. Yeah, we just need minus 65. That's it. That's it. We just need to know how many times we shift to the left. Okay. 2 to the k. Yes. 2 to the... Nah, not to the 6. Jesus. 2 to the k. Okay. So that shall be it. That's all right. We got this one. We got this one. Okay. So we are over this one. Let's move on. What's next? Minimum number of operations to make all array elements equal to 1. You are given a 0-indexed array, nums, consisting of positive integers, okay? You can do the following operation on the array any number of times. Select an index, okay? I select the index and replace either that value or the value next to it with a GCD value, okay? Return the minimum number of operations to make all elements equal to 1. Oh, if you GCD, eventually go back to 1. Yes, you eventually go back to 1 because you go GCD, you go to prime numbers, and then you prime numbers, you go to 1. That's it. But you need to pick which one to choose first. Okay, I can do the following operation, replace which one though? We have select I, such that replace either this or this. So I said take index equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 and replace this with GCD 3, 4. Okay. And then choose index 1. Yeah, if you have a 1, you can always get more 1s. Ah. Wait, it could be impossible. Why would it be impossible? Hold on. Wait, why would it be impossible? GCD, what's GCD 210? Is 2. Okay. I replace this 2. Okay, that's useless. I replace this and GCD 22. Oh my god, GCD 22. What's GCD 22? I think GCD, the same thing, is the same value. Oh. Hold on. So if we have coprime, then the answer is, if we have coprime, so this, all right, let's do the ON first. So we'll find the coprime. If there is a coprime, then we can do it. If there's no coprime, then we cannot do it. I think that's basically what it says. If there's no coprime, then you do GCD. and the results will be whatever the prime factor, right? And you can change whichever one to that prime factor, and then you do GCD again, it will remain that. Yes, exactly. If there is no GCD is 1, then it's basically done. You cannot do it. So the answer is either the size of this or -1, right? Or -1. Okay. Let's do the ON one and just check if it's correct. Just check if it's correct. I think it is correct. But we do have to check all the... Yeah, that's okay. Let's just go check out everything. So we can just say for I in range len nums -1, right? If GCD math.gcd nums I and nums I plus 1, if that is equal to 1, right? That means we can return len nums. Otherwise, we return -1. All right, so this is how I will do it. 2, 6, 3, 4. It shall be 4. This is 2, 10, 6, 14. Shall be -1. Let's do nums. Main operation. Throwing a few more. Have you tried this? Have you tried this? Yeah, these pass. Hey, hold a second. These do not pass. Oh, shoot. Good test case. Good test case. That's a 0. Damn. Oh. We have to check if there's 1. Okay, so damn it. all right, calm down. So first thing first, we need to check the number of ones. Okay, so we can say num ones equals nums.count1. Okay, then we say if num ones is larger than 0, okay, then we shall return len nums minus num ones, right? Because we already have ones, they do not change, and 1 can set as the seed, and then we can just do however others. So we do that. If nobody is 1, then we GCD it, and then we do it. Good test case. I did not expect it. Actually, now that we are at it, you might as well let's just do something like this, right? We add some 1 and see if this still works. I think it works. It does not work. Huh. All right. Hypothesis wrong. I guess I moved too fast. I didn't think about too much. All right, let's see. What's this one? 6, 10. 6, 10, 5. Oh, you're saying we have to keep... Yeah, okay, so the GCD of this is going to be... That's 2, right? So I can do this. Or I can do 2, 10, 5. And the GCD of this is 2. Oh, then we have... Ooh, that's more than I had expected. Anyway, so this is right. I think it's just the second part is wrong. Okay, so what's GCD of 10 and so if we do GCD on this for every pair, what do we get? What do we get? what do we get? Okay, so this GCD is 2. This GCD is 5. Okay, so that's... So we get the GCD, then we know we can make the GCD... Are you saying that we do one round of GCD, then we do another round? Yeah, like you do this, then you can co-prime, and then it says you can do it ON. You can do it ON. Yep, we have to do more. So the first round of GCD, we can do that, and you can place them on either side. It's not gonna work, but if the adjacent, but also you need to know the number of steps. This is a 4th step, right? You have to do this 1 step, or we can say what's the shortest number of steps that we need to create a pair that's co-prime, right? That's what we want to do. The number of steps that is co-prime. So what is the... So why can we do this? Well, it's because this value, if we do it here, GCD is 2. We do it here, GCD is 5. And it's co-prime, right? And it's co-prime. This means... it's actually 15. GCD is still 5, right? So these will be 5. This means... what does this mean? This means the GC... so this means this one. So for each value, I can get 2 GCD values. 1 to the left, 1 to the right. So my hypothesis is, if these 2 GCD values are co-prime, then we can always turn this into one of the GCD values. And because this and the other one are co-prime, that means this and this, if we pick the GCD, it will always go to 1. That makes more sense. That makes more sense. So for each value, we have to go left and right. So we start from this, right? We go left and right, and then we have 2 and 5, right, for this. And these 2 are co-prime. So this is our initial, which means we do it once, and then we can do everybody. And if we go back to the 2, 10, 6, 14 example, this one on the left is 2, on the right is 2, so they are not co-prime. This one on the left is 2, on the right is 2, they are not co-prime. All right, I'm going to change that, and we're going to go from 1 to this. Okay, then we say L equal to L equal to, when the GCD on the left, right, GCD to the left is going to be I minus 1 and I. And then we have R is GCD on the right. Then we say if math.gcd L and R, then we return length plus 1 with 1 step and then do the others. All right, renewed method on the first is not right. Oh, so you're telling me I have to do it both times? God, man. Okay, so if L is equal to 1 or R is equal to 1, then we return len nums. If neither are 1, but their GCD is 1, Then we return this. That's good enough? It's good enough. That's not good enough. Hold on, how is this not equal to 1? One of them is equal to 1. I say if and or. What the hell? Right? We from 1. We go... Wait, what? 2, 3. Oh, this is 2 and this is 3. Jeez, man. Alright, we can give a result. God. Rest equal to -1. Okay. So if this res equal to minimum, res and line nums, right? Aleph if neither, then res equal to minimum, res line nums plus 1. It feels so stupid. Feels so stupid. I mean, the minimum is gonna be len, so I shouldn't really do that. We still do this. Len nums. If this, right? No problem, len nums. And if this res shall equal to len nums plus 1. How about this? Still feels stupid. Okay, still feels stupid. Res equal to this. Otherwise, res equal to minimum, res, and this. And then we say return if res is smaller than mass.inf, else -1. Okay, this I think shall do. Oh man, take a lot of efforts. Alright, let's hope no more wrong answers. There are still wrong answers. What the hell? Alright, this is way harder than I had thought. Maybe I was just underestimating it. Expected 13 and I say -1. Which means I think it's not happening, but in fact it is. Don't tell me there are more levels into this. Alright, let's take a look. This is getting crazy. It's getting ridiculous. Alright, we have 10, 5, 10, 30, 70, 4, 2, 6. Yeah, I think it might be, they require multiple steps. I mean, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It requires 2 steps. No way. Hold up. So this one we have what? We have 5, right? What, 5, 5. This is a 10. This is a 10. This is a 2. Wait, hold on. No. This is a 4. This is a 2, 2, 2, and 4. Yep. First round, no good. Second round. Are we doing the second round? If we do a second round, it doesn't make any sense to do a second round. I mean, we can, because 5, 10, the second round, this will be 5, this will also be 5. This will give us 2. No. How do we make 1? Right? That's the question. How do we make 1? I mean, if you think about it, we have 10 and 30. And we have 30 and 70. And that's a 10. So with 30 and 70, we turn one of them into 10. That's one step. And then we turn the other one into 10. No, hold on. How do we do this? None of this can do. And this is 4. So if I change this into 4, I'm just trying, I don't know, change into 4, then these two will give me 2, right? This will give me 2. $10. GCD that is what? Is 2. So I replace with 2. And it will still be 2. Wait, how do you do this? What magic? Like there are 5, right? If I return this 5, that's nothing changed. So if I want to change, I will do this 5. But if I do this 5, this continue 5, right? So this is the same thing. I can do this 5, then these are still 5. 10 is the same thing. This is also 10. I can do this is 10. If I put this as 10, these will still be 10. These will still be 10, unless they're not 10. This is 10. 7 times 10 is 3 times 10, so it's 10. And then replace this to 10. It doesn't think it can change. If I do this as 10, okay, if this is 10, then I can say 10 4. 10 4 is 2, right? Then you can put this as 2, then everything will remain 2. And you can do this 2, and everything will remain 2. How do you do this? Oh, hold on. I see one way. I see one way. I see one way to do this. I see one way to do this. You have 5, okay? Change this to 5. Change this to 5. Change this to 5. Boom, you get 1. So we do 1 step, 2 step, 3 step, 4 step, plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I probably counted one more. Let's do one more time. 1 step, right? 1 step, 2 step, 3 step, 4 step. Well, I mean, it's 3 step plus 10. 3 step plus 10, because the last one will count. I see. So, nah, this is not right. Then what do? You have... So as long as there are co-primes in the entire thing, as long as there are co-primes, what do you say as long as the co-primes? I mean, this we have co-prime, so we can do that. But this one doesn't have co-primes. This is the... Alright, so first of all, we do go through everything. If we have co-primes, then we can do that. Or we do the... How do we... 10, 6, 10, 15. Like how do you handle 6, 10, 15? none of them was co-prime, right? 10 and 15 is not co-prime. It's after we do this, as after we done a GCD, then we have a co-prime, right? Then we have a co-prime. So maybe what we're looking for, yeah, because when you switch to GCD, it's gonna be this GCD, right? Nothing will change. So we can do all the GCD, okay? So let's get all the GCD out. And for each GCD, we need to see if there's a co-prime. But how is that still ON? Interesting. How do we know? And the most infuriating is it says there's an O1 solution. That really triggers me. ON, I can't even figure the ON out. Can you find an O1 time complexity? You're killing me, man. O1. Jeez. Ugh. Well, I mean, you're given this. You don't know which one to pick, so you'll pick whichever. You can't just pick whichever. You pick one, right? And maybe we can go through. Okay, you go through. And what if you go through? And we can go through to see if there's any co-prime already adjacent. Okay, so yeah, you've done that. And then the GCD will be a smaller value, right? Maybe you can record their GCD. Record their GCD. Okay, we record. I mean, we know these value. We get these, and we get a GCD because we know the GCD might be able to move around. Okay, so we know the GCDs. Then what? Then we need to know. After a transition, right? After a transition, I want to know for every GCD, does it exist? But then that's not ON. That's not ON. That is not ON. Plus, you also want to know the fastest way, right? The fastest way. So if we have a stretch that share the same GCD, okay? They basically share the same GCD. So if you have a stretch that share the same GCD, it's not gonna work. You have a stretch that share the same GCD, that's not gonna work. But if the GCD themselves are co-prime, then it works, right? What does that mean? Maybe we can divide up into stretches. you know, we have a list of values. We divide it up into stretches, and each stretch we can produce the GCD all fit, right? That each stretch will produce a GCD, and we compare to the next stretch's GCD, and next stretch's GCD. I don't know. I don't know if I like it. I don't really know. I mean, we can't. So what do you propose? What do you propose? We have some values. So we do GCD. We do, okay, we get a GCD. Okay, no problem. And then we do the next one. We have a GCD. Then we need to know if they belong to the same. Like if the two GCDs is 1, okay, then we already found it. If not, then we continue with their GCD, continue with their shared GCD. So we do this, we have the GCD, the previous GCD, and then we do this, we have a new GCD, then we compare. If we have a GCD out of GCD, then we have a shared GCD. Then we do the next one, okay? Then we may share. Then we do the next one. Then we don't share. Then they become, these two do not share. And when they do not share, then we have an issue. So we know this is what we can do. But how do you know from where? From where it starts, right? I mean, I can have like, how do I know it starts? I need to start from this one, right? Because the first two, I get 5. Or I can say this is 5. And then I don't need to change it. Or you always start from this position. Yeah, we should start from this position because we don't change this one. Let's change this one, all right? And whatever it is, we get the GCD to put in this position. And then we do. But then there's another issue. What if we have, let's say, 5 is here, right? What if like a 10, 10, 30, right? 5, 70, and 4. So you go 10, 10, boom, this is when you get a 5. But how do you know it's going to be the smallest, right? How do you know it's going to be the smallest? Exactly, how do you know? I mean, what if this one is a 3? Yeah, what if this is 3? Then you do blah, 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 you come here, and you know all of this has GCD is 5. All right, so these two give me 5. So that's the previous GCD. Now you do this. This give you 1. Okay. Okay, fair enough. This give you 1. But what if... Yeah, if it give you 1, right, then that's the result, right, that you already get it. If it doesn't give you 1, it give you another value, right, whatever GCD value it gives you, then you have the previous GCD to compare to the current GCD. If these two are co-prime, then you got it. Okay, then you got it. Then my question is, what if actually there's a lot of question in this. What if, I mean, if these are 1, yeah, that's good. And now these are not 1, right? So if we do this, these GCD is 2, so it's not 1. So we compare this to the GCD of the previous stretch, and then we find out, okay, the GCD is 1, so we have it. Then from where, right? From where? Now we can record from where we start to get 5. But what if our previous, what if it's 15? Exactly, what if it's 15, right? What if we have 15 here and we have a 4? And then it will not be, what you're trying to do? I'm trying to see, what if I don't need this small? I can have a big one, right? I can have a big one in the previous to have a GCD equal to 1. So I don't have to go through 5. That's basically, if my 5 is the beginning, okay? I don't want to go through everything. What if I can use whatever's here, right? See, that's the problem. That's the problem. I don't know. I don't know. And if we just look at this, right, the GCD is 10, right, this GCD is 2, it's like, meh, it's hard to judge. And the GCD is 10, and this GCD is 5, this GCD is 5, right? Maybe that's the clue. Wait, what is the clue? That doesn't seem to be ON square, ON. I'm trying to just go through the whole thing. I mean, we can record, right? How about we record? We record the occurrences of each GCD as we go through, okay? So when we do this, we can say 5 occurs at position 1. The latest occurrence, right? And next one is 5 again. And we can say 5 occurs at at position 1, right? So we have 2, and then we do GCD, right? And then we say a GCD occurs at a position GCD we can make it appear in position 1, and when we do this, we can say we can make the first appearance of this at position 2, right? If you do 5 and 10, GCD is 5, so we can say the first I can make at position 2, first step, and then 10 and 30, we can say the first position for the GCD 10, we can make it at a position 0, 1, 2, 3. We can make it position 3. And then we do compare to the previous, right? We do compare to the previous, and the GCD is not 1, so like, meh, it's no good. So next we have, we did 5, 10, did 10, 3, and did 30, and we can do 30 and 70, and it's 10, and say the first GCD we can make it 10, and you can make it appear at position 4, right? Position 4. And the next 70 and 4, we say the first GCD we can make as a 2, right? The GCD is 2. So we say first GCD we can make it at a position 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. Then how do you know that we already find a pair? Well, we know because as we go through, they are not. So the overall GCD, right? So we have the overall GCD here. So the overall GCD is going to be 5. And then when we find something that is, then we go look for the first one, we can make it into 5 at the position 2, the first step. And then we know that's the first step. And we need to reach the current one, which requires how many steps? We know the current one is at position 5. That means we need this to make it into position 2, right? So we need 1 to get 2. But we can also make it like into the previous one. Okay, so that's essentially saying we can make it into position 4, right? So from position 2 to position 4, we need to go 3, to go one more step, right? So 4 minus 2, 4 minus 2 minus 1, we need to do one more step. So in total, we need 1 step, 2 step, 3 step. Okay? But that's not it. We have to keep going this thing. What do you think? Does that make sense? It's very convoluted. To sum up, the ideal is we do stretch. Each stretch shares some GCD. And as we go through, we identify the first time a GCD shows up, the position of the value that caused a certain GCD to show up. But if you're saying that way, the GCD shall be the first time it shows up. It's not really the first time it shows up, right? Because how do you say it's 2? It's not the first time it shows up. It's the first value I can make it. The first value, the first position I can make it into. Because we do pairs, right? So we need to take a step. One step, we make it into. Right? So this one step, we make it into 1. This one step, we make it into 2. We can put position 2, we can do this. Okay? So as we go through, we record the rightmost position we can make into a certain GCD, right? And then we keep moving on. And if the next GCD is, not really co-prime, then we say, yeah, nothing happens. Then we get the GCD of the GCD, right? We get a GCD of the GCD. And we keep moving on until we hit the next stretch, right? We hit the next stretch and we find there is a co-prime, right? We find there's a co-prime because the GCD has a co-prime, okay? So when that happens, whatever this co-prime will put into the previous value, right? The previous value, then we count how many is in between. Then we know the number of steps. Okay, then we're done. And after that, we have to restart. We restart from this position, right? In this position, and then moving on. Restart at this, because this is basically 2, right? We need to make 2 put in this position, and then this is going to be 2, this is going to be 2, 2, 2, so nothing happens. Can we use this for, I don't know, 2, 6, 3, 4? You want to try it? Okay, so in my new method, we do GCD. This one is 2, so we put position 1. Right, we have 0, 1, 2, 3. We put position 1. And then 6, 3 is 3. That allows me to put position 2. Right, position 2, 0, 1, 2. And we find out 2 and 3 are co-prime, so we are good to go. So what do? We say we'll put the position, because I can put 2 to this position, Okay. And yeah, this doesn't really work, right? You put 2 in this position, and you know what? You might as well try it first. Don't do it. Don't immediately do the GCD. You stay. I'm at 2, right? And then you just try the next one, right? Just try the next one. If the next one is co-prime already, then you say, yeah, that's it, right? That's it. So you do basically one step. No, you do one step and then 2 steps, right? 2 steps, and then you do the rest. But you have to keep going because there are cases like this. Oh, still convoluted. Still convoluted. I'm gonna stop right here. I'm gonna start right. I think this might work, but I don't like it. I do not like it at all. Especially it says there's an O1. That's really pissed me off. Because I couldn't figure out. Like, what the hell? O1? You kidding me? Alright, I'll come back to this tomorrow. Alright, that'll be it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Adios.